Wow. Did y'all see these Tim Ross clips? I mean, crazy. Blasphemous. I can't stop thinking about it. I saw these clips on Friday, and I kid you not, I cannot stop thinking about it. What he said and what he did, I cannot get it out of my head for the life of me. It's haunting me. I'm not trying to be dramatic. That it is what it is. I can't get it out of my head. I saw these clips, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. But here's how you know it's serious. I did something I never do. I saw these clips. I actually went to YouTube. I watched the whole entire sermon yesterday. It's an hour and 32 minutes long. I watched the whole entire sermon. I even took notes. Because normally what I do, I'll see a clip like this and I'll just react to it. I won't even really do too much like digging. I'll just react to it. But this had me thinking, this had me messed up so bad. I sat down for an hour and 32 minutes yesterday and watched the entire sermon. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, so Tim Ross, massive Christian podcaster. His podcast is doing incredible. I think it's like top 10 on the charts. It's doing incredible, right? He was a guest preacher at Transformation Church. Now, this particular sermon took place almost a month ago, and it's called Qualified to Multiply. Now, this is a part of their series that they've been doing called Easy Money. Now, let me just give you a quick, my breakdown, because I watched the sermon yesterday. From my understanding, this particular sermon is about being a good steward when God blesses you with finances and what it looks like to operate within the will of God with those finances in order to be a blessing for other people. So don't just be blessed, but be a blessing. Extend those finances to other people and allow God to work through you, and trust him that if he gave you it, one time, if he blessed you with finances one time, then have trust that he will continue to bless you if you remain obedient to what he's calling you to do. That's essentially, the breakdown that I got from this sermon. And I'll just say this up front. There is a lot of negative points, obviously, and I'm going to talk about all the negative points that I was not feeling in this sermon. But there were some positive points. Like I said, the elements of him talking about trusting God, allowing God to work through you. And he said something specifically. He said, there's a difference between asking God to bless you and asking God to make you the blessing. And I thought that was very, very interesting and very profound, in my opinion. But the majority of the sermon, I just couldn't rock with. And this is kind of where everything just came to a head. Let me just play you this clip right now. If you haven't heard this, just get ready, all right? Because it's crazy.
And it was bread to them. We don't make it rain on booty cheeks. We don't make it rain on strippers. We only reverence one stripper, and that's the one that took off glory to put on humanity and then get butt naked on a cross to die for both you and me. The only stripper I'm in love with is Jesus. And he's the one that puts that bread in my pocket. That bread.
He said the only stripper that he's in love with is Jesus. Now, am I tripping? Because from my understanding, when a pastor gets on stage and preaches a message, that's not the first time that he has said that message publicly. That's not the first time. He has said that message before to the staff members, to the leaders of the church, in order to get feedback, in order to help refine that message, in order to maybe add certain scripture, take out scripture, just to make it nice and polished so that on Sunday it can be beneficial to the people. Is that how it works, or am I tripping? I might be tripping. But operating under that understanding of this is not the first time that he has preached this message, that the leadership has potentially heard this message. I'm just baffled. I'm confused. My mind is blown. My mind is blown. How he got up there and said that the only stripper that he is in love with is Jesus Christ. My mind is absolutely blown. It truly is. It truly is. My mind is. Let me play part two before. Let me play part two real quick. Hold on. Let me put this on. This is part two. Hold on. Wait. Back it up. This is part two.
I got bread in my pocket. 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 I got bread in my pocket.
He said, the only stripper I'm in love with is Jesus, and then proceeded to drop it like a stripper, not once, not twice, but 3 times. 3 times. I haven't seen a grown man drop his butt below his ankles intentionally, not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row on stage at church. The reason why I say intentionally, I mean, maybe, you get in a fight or something, you playing football, you an offensive lineman, but I here's the thing that I always go back to with TC, Transformation Church. The entertainment outweighs the word. Because there were, and like I said, I watched the entire sermon. There were some moments where I thought he was preaching good, but all of that got washed away because of the antics, because of the entertainment, because of all the distractions of trying to be like the world and bringing that into the church in an effort to captivate and get people's attention and keep their attention. It just all got washed away. And it's like, I don't need all the extra antics, entertainment. I don't need that. I just want the word. If I would rather go to a stale, boring, vanilla, just the most boring church that you can think of. If the pastor is biblical, if he is feeding me the word and teaching me, I'm going to go to that church 10 times out of 10. It's tough for me because it's like, what's the focus here? I see stuff like this and it's just, what's the focus? What are we after? What are we after? What are we after? Are we after Jesus? Are we after preaching the gospel and saving souls, reaching the lost, building up the body? Are we after that? Or are we just trying to make the most entertaining production? Are we just trying to say the most inappropriate things just to get a reaction so that people will talk about it and so that more attention will be drawn to us and what we're doing? That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like, because I just don't understand. Tim Ross seems like a very intelligent dude. He seems like a very smart guy. Seems like he knows the Bible. Seems like he knows the word. He pastored a whole church. And now he has a very successful podcast. He's doing something right. He understands a few things. I just don't know why you would make that comparison. I understand what he was trying to say. But the fact that that made it through to your final message on Sunday is mind-blowing to me. That is extremely blasphemous. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. What else can you say? What else can you say? Let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, I'm out.